All right, so lately I've been getting a lot of questions from people about the pinky injury. And if some of you have been around since last summer, you saw that I cut myself really badly. It's throughout several of my videos from last summer. It ended in surgery. It was a long recovery. I was off work for 3 months, and I have been getting tons of people on here who are having the same surgery because they had the same injury, and now they're going, Mike, how's your finger doing now? And so I thought, it's been exactly a year. July 5th, so today is July 9th. It's been a year since I had this injury, and people want to know, how has it healed? How have things come along for it? I'm going to show you guys right now. All right, so first, let's just show it to you guys. There's what the hand looks like. There's what the pinky looks like sideways. And I can't quite straighten it out all the way. After 1 year's time, it's not become that big of a deal. It was so emotionally draining and frustrating in the very beginning because it's almost like losing a limb. You go from being able to do something your entire life in a certain way, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work the same way. But time heals, and after enough time, a year, it has gotten to a point where my brain has become used to it, and it annoys me sometimes, but it's not the end of the world, really. It was the end of the world in the very beginning, and it probably is for some of you who are just going through this right now, but time will heal. Please just believe me and hang in there. The most frustrating part about this is all the scar tissue that is built up. I've got tons of scar tissue. Is it softening over time? Very slowly, maybe a little bit. It's still just a lot of hard scar tissue in there. Anyway, let's kind of get on with this. So a lot of you are wondering, can I actually use the pinky again? And the answer is, so here's a normal healthy pinky, and you can bend it at each joint all the way down. I can bend it and move it all the way down. See how that comes up, over, and down? Here's the comparison. See if I'll keep that one up there. That's the best I can do with that one. That's it. I can't bend the end of it right here. The tip is dead. And so that's where we're at right now. It doesn't do anything. So is it the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. Do I wish it worked fully? Yeah, I do. I wish it worked I really wish it worked better back in the beginning. Yeah, it was very emotional to go through, but now that I'm a year out, my brain's gotten used to it. It's not the worst thing when I make a full fist. It doesn't curl all the way under, but I will tell you, for those of you that have had this injury and are wondering, because I know you're struggling with this, the other fingers get stronger and they kind of pick up the slack. This one still does function in that it helps hold cans, it helps hold cups. As far as strength, I haven't had my grip tested since my last visit with the occupational therapist, and so that's been probably 9 months, and so I don't know where my grip strength is at. It was down obviously compared to this hand, but when I was going through all this, but it's also because I wasn't using my hand much at all because it was stuck in a position like this. Now I will tell you, I like to lift weights, and I deadlift with 315 pounds, and I'm able to hold on to that bar just fine for multiple reps. So it works. I can do pull-ups. I do pull-ups with the weight hanging off of my waist, and it's not an issue. I don't even think about it. I don't have to focus extra on my grip. My hand does what it needs to do, and that little end of the pinky isn't a big deal. So I hope that helps you guys who have been through this before. I'll show you what it looks like up close here. Alright, so I hope the camera's picking this up. Actually, let's tilt it so you get more light there. So it is scarred up. You can see, hopefully this is picking it up. You can kind of see this part right here was the biggest problem. It is really hard, and there's just a big ball of scar tissue right there, and I think that's what's blocking the tendon from being able to bend. There's scar tissue all throughout. There was the original incision. It went straight up here, and then the cut went straight across, almost cut the end of the finger off. But that's what it looks like now compared to my other finger, which just bends in real nice. This one's just kind of thicker and scarred up, but I'm used to it. It's not the worst thing in the world. It really isn't, and I hope that's, if you guys don't get anything else from it who've been through this, you realize that time will heal this situation. It's not going to be the end of the world. You will survive. Anyway, just a quick little update on this pinky, because I know there's a following of people who saw those original videos and wanted to see how things are doing now. Will I ever be able to bend that? I don't know. I hate to say no, because then that sets it up in your brain to not be able to do it, but I work it occasionally. I don't do the exercises like I used to, because I'm constantly exercising. I'm grabbing and working and doing things, and so it's exercising that finger. But when you block your pinky here, you should be able to bend it down. When I block it here, it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't go anywhere. It's got like the very slightest amount of wiggle, and that's it. But I kind of have a feeling it's going to be like this for life. Could I have another surgery? Yeah, I've been told that several times. Do I want another surgery? No. Do I really want to go through all that again? No. I'm 41 years old. I think they're going to bury me like this. I guess the worst thing I could say that you go through with something like this is all the scar tissue gets really cold, and the winter was the worst part. And even in the summer when my hand gets real cold, I water a lot. I walk around my property and water rhododendrons, and that water's coming through there really cold, and sometimes I'll be out there for an hour watering and that metal wand is just freezing cold. By the time I get done, that finger is just gummed up. I got to go inside the house and rinse it in warm water for a few minutes to get it pliable again. That scar tissue just is not pliable, and so when it gets cold or cooler, it just gets hard and tight, and that's when it gets frustrating. But you get more used to it over time. So I hope this video helped some of you guys, because I know this is a very frustrating thing for those of you that have been through an injury like this, and you want to see updates and all that, and I know how desperate it feels. I totally get it. This is a year later. Some of you guys have had worse injuries than this. Some of you have been telling me you've had like your 2 middle fingers cut, your index finger, your thumb. One girl had her thumb tendon cut, and that'd be 10 times worse than what I went through. So I can't even imagine that. But whatever the scenario is for you, I promise you, time will heal the emotional part of it, but it's going to take time, and there's really nothing you can, come on cat, there's really nothing you can do to speed that up. So the best advice I can give you if you're struggling with it is just go sit in a quiet place, meditate, just kind of chill out and forget about everything in life for a time, and just try to relax and let it all go. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys. It will get better.